Hello everyone and welcome to another video. Today I want to talk about The Department of Truth, written by James Tynion IV, published by Image Comics. And speaking of James Tynion, I want to remind everyone about the giveaway I am doing, where you could win the entire Something is Killing the Children series. Issues 1 through 15 collected in this amazing oversized hardcover deluxe edition, with issues 16 through 25 in floppies with some gorgeous Jenny Friesen variant covers. To join in the giveaway, all you have to do is make sure you're subscribed to the channel and comment on any video I posted during the month of October. Spooky month, there's nothing better than Something is Killing the Children, especially since issue 26 comes out next month and the series will go on. Now, getting back to the Department of Truth, we'll start off as always by checking out the covers, and here I have the first 15 issues, each one with a B cover, and issue number 1 with a gorgeous variant by Jenny Friesen. If you wanna see more Jenny Friesen variant covers, do check out my video showcasing my entire collection of her works, really great stuff. Now, James Tynion IV, of course, enjoying some great successes over the past few years. He's been writing Batman, Something is Killing the Children being the hottest thing in comics. I mean, for the past 15 years, I think. It's insane how much this series has blown up. And he's trying to replicate that success with Image Comics, with the Department of Truth. It's really nice to see the amount of variant covers each issue of Something is Killing the Children has, and seeing how they're trying to replicate that with the Department of Truth here, to a lesser success, I might add. I mean, there's definitely not as much talk around this series, but still, what we do have is also great. Issue number 8 here, shout out to Bill Sienkiewicz, just look at this cover. So, like I said, trying to replicate the success that Erica's series enjoys with the Department of Truth here. Definitely a much weirder series, and we can absolutely see that in the covers. And this is what I love about these B covers, having different artists, seeing these different styles, trying to convey the weirdness of the entire series in so many ways. It's really, really nice. I mean, just look at this. Just gorgeous. And again, just so weird to see. So, like I said, here I have the first 15 issues, but of course the series is going on. I think they're at issue 24 or something. So here's the final issue, issue 15, with the Mothman. Great issue. So what is the Department of Truth? It's the story of Cole. He works for the FBI, monitoring online communities, reading up on the conspiracy theories that might pop up and reporting them if they become, let's say, dangerous to the general public. His work sees him traveling to this Flat Earth Society annual gathering that's funded by a couple of millionaires from the shadow who actually take an interest in him and bring him backstage to the VIP section, where they show him the secret tape of the moon landing, and they show how it's all a hoax. And if that reveal wasn't huge enough, they take him on a flight again with the VIP members on a flight towards the end of the world. A huge wall of ice going on endlessly, and it's just there for them to see. And like this lady in red says, it's important that they see. Now, that's already pretty insane, right? But the first issue doesn't stop there. Because once they land at the end of the world, a secret agent waits for them and just massacres everyone, except of course Cole, because he's then taken to meet this old man, who is actually Lee Harvey Oswald. He runs the Department of Truth. And that's how the series starts off, one of the best first issues that I've ever read, and the quality continues with issue 2 here, where we actually get some answers. So, in this universe, the more people believe in something, the more that idea becomes a reality. So we actually get to see quite a lot of conspiracy theories becoming a reality, becoming real, and the Department of Truth kind of runs through them. And issue 2 here tackles the satanic panic of the 80s, which Cole was actually a part of. He was a kid back then and actually believed that those things were real, that they existed. He might have actually created them. Again, the series runs through a lot of conspiracy theories, and it gets really weird sometimes. It really helps that the art here is so amazing and just fits the series so well. Martin Simmons here doing an absolutely perfect job. I mean, I can't think of anyone drawing something like this better than Martin Simmons. Of course, I mean, Bill Sienkiewicz, but his style definitely resembles that, so we are in good hands here. Of course, the conspiracy theories are just the surface level of the story, and there are a lot of deeper things. Some curious characters. We continue to see the lady in red here, and as the series moves on, we also get another organization fighting the Department of Truth. But we'll talk about that later on. Because now we are getting into issue 3, and man, so I've mentioned that the series tackles conspiracy theories, where here issue 3 just goes all out and talks about school shootings in America and how some people believe them to be a hoax. Very current, very of our times, and this was such a hard read. Now, I'm not American, I'm pretty far off in Eastern Europe, but I have to say this was difficult. Firstly, because there's one thing to read about stuff that happened in the 80s. We're past that. We know what actually happened, and we can go like, haha, silly people back then. We have the answers. At least we think that we do. But reading the stuff that we are living in nowadays, seeing how they affect people, it really Again, this was a hard read. So issue 3 here tells us the story of one of the mothers of the victims, and how after one of those shootings she gets enraptured by the conspiracy theories and actually starts believing that it was all hoax. And another thing of this universe, so I mentioned that the more people believe into something, it becomes real. It doesn't take a lot of people. Sometimes all it takes is one person really believing in something, and that thing becomes reality. So here we have Cole and another agent from the Department of Truth trying to stop this reality taking place. So yeah, definitely a difficult issue, but I felt like it was so important in getting us to understand what this series tries to accomplish. And the cover here, by the way, just perfect for this kind of issue. The issue also introduces us to the Black Hat organization who run counter to the Department of Truth. And as the series moves along, we get to see more of that conflict. So, of course, the main point of the Department of Truth is to uphold the truth and our reality. But the truth is, in our reality, that America number one, right? They're the best, they're the good guys. Well, here is a universe that has its reality shapen by what people believe. So, what is to say that they're actually the good guys, you know? It's a nice subject, it's a nice idea. Unfortunately, this is where the series shows its biggest flaw, in that James Tynion just vomits words onto the pages here and just talks so much but actually says so little. We have whole issues of this, just so much talking, and it doesn't go anywhere. Again, the main point is really simple and we get it. But there are just instances, again, whole issues, where there's just so much talking and just driving the point into the ground, and it's like, dude, have two panels saying what you want to say. But no, this is what actually made me stop at issue 15. Because again, the series, the main idea is really interesting, and the way future issues tackle it and enrich it is really nice on one hand. On the other, we also get just so much needless exposition and just characters talking without any sorts of, oh, we want to show this. No, they're just wasting your time. And again, this is a huge drawback to the series, and one that, I don't know, it might be difficult for some people to overcome. And it's a real shame because the series also gives us the Bigfoot story arc, for example, issues 10 and 11, tackling the Bigfoot conspiracy theory, and this whole story arc is basically one long letter from a father to his son, And the series and James Tynion just goes through how this whole madness with Sasquatch, Bigfoot, has affected people for quite a few generations now. And again, it's presented as a long letter from a father to his son, a lot of writing, but I complain about word vomits. Here it works so well. And if the whole series could have just been this, it would have just been the perfect thing. This is amazing. Honestly, this whole story arc, and if you look into the Department of Truth online, this will definitely pop up. But I'm telling you, this whole story arc is genuinely one of the best things I've read, like ever. 2 issues telling so much. Again, the whole series should have been this, but I understand it's hard. Maybe some middle ground, from these highs to the lows that the series unfortunately succumbs to, where again we just get people talking needlessly. But when the highs are this high, I don't know, it's hard not to recommend it. Especially since the actual plot of the entire series, the main conflict of it, is really interesting, and we get these 2 sides fighting for actual reality since the beginning of time. And as the series moves along, we get to delve more into their conflict. Again, just this lady in red, man, being everywhere, telling us how important it is for us to see, being such an interesting character. But like I said, the series just stumbles when it comes to this just word vomit on so many pages, and it just becomes so boring. It's a real shame that I can't really fully recommend this. I genuinely want to, but James Tynion really slips into just jacking himself off. I really don't know how to put it on these pages sometimes, and just goes way too much into writing needless stuff. Like issue 7 here tackles the alien conspiracy theories, and there's just so much writing in it. And it's all for nothing, because at the end it's like, oh, there's aliens. Okay, moving on. I genuinely gave up on it. Halfway through the issue, I just couldn't do it anymore. I read the final page and that was that. If you think you can stomach some issues like this, to get to the main point, to see the main conflict moving on, I do recommend it. But again, that is such a drawback. And I started the video talking about the success that Something is Killing the Children has enjoyed, and how the Department of Truth hasn't caught up in that manner. That's why. It's a huge anchor that draws the series back. But again, if you think you can stomach it, definitely check it out. Read it. I think it's collected already in 4 trade paperbacks. Personally, I stopped at issue 15. I'm definitely gonna get the deluxe edition because the art, I mean, you already saw. It needs to be appreciated in oversized pages, but I don't know. I can't go on every month trying to read issue by issue because it just is too much. And as high as its highs are, the lows are equally as low, and it's definitely a bit mixed bag for me. Okay, and that was it for my video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like, subscribe for even more comic book reviews. Also by James Tynion. Check out my review of The Nice House on the Lake. The video should be up on the screen. If not, I'll leave a link in the description below. I'll see you all in my next video. Bye.